Hello everyone, here we're gonna talk about how to do trap properly. So, we have trap at 16:05 UTC, which means you should be setting an alarm clock somewhere around 16 UTC to 16:05 UTC. So you get a line between 0 to 5 minutes. Okay, there are a few things you could do during this 5 minutes. Basically, activate your massive march, right? And then preset all of your troops. And how you do that is you click on a settlement or an empty spot or a tower, and you will set your launching march as this. And how you do that? You click occupy. This is the screen. You click on the heroes, and then you choose an amount instead of any hero until Gen 6 or 7. We'll talk about that later. And then what you need to do is drag this bar, this infantry bar, all the way to 0 and maximize your hunter. So in the end, your rider to hunter ratio is a 1:2 ratio. And then you click save to save as a 4. This is your launching march. You put that there, and you move on to another empty space to set your other marches. It's pretty much the same except the heroes. So the first joiner 1 march, the first joiner march, you will use Sarge as your captain, and the other 2 level 80 heroes. It doesn't really matter who you use as long as the captain is Sarge and the other 2, including Sarge, are all at level 80. And then you do the same as your launching march and click save to 1. Then the second joiner march is the same thing, but use Eva instead. So you'll pre-select Eva, and then your best, well, not really best, but level 80 heroes. So make it all level 80. That gives you the maximum of march size. But remember, you don't want to select a resonating hero because it might induce a problem that it doesn't launch because you're using the hero that links to the resonating hero. So, and then you click save to march 2 and then launch. Okay, we gotta be quick. Similar things to 3, just the same thing, and you click save and march, right? So this is all you need to do, and then you bring every troop back. So now you see we're at 4 minutes mark. We just have to wait another 40 to 60 seconds. 40 to 50 seconds until the trap starts, and then we're good to go. In the meantime, because it's Tuesday, or it's Tuesday for me already, 3 a.m., but for most of you, UTC time, it's Monday 16 UTC, which means you have another 2 days until Wednesday to set your showdown. So if you click on showdown, why are we setting this now? Because you have used your massive march ability. Okay, it's getting the time is 8 seconds to spare. Okay, so you should see I'm not marching straight away or launching my rally straight away because I want to see other people launch first, especially those ring 1 guys, for example this one. So, and then I will launch. I'll explain why later. I'll join puppies. I'll join, scroll up to local. Scroll up to honey. Mini Reduxa is a good one to have. What else? We're waiting for a few more. Okay. Why I'm not joining? I have joined 4 and launched 1. Why am I not joining the other 2? I still have 2 more marches available. the reason why I'm not doing that is I'm waiting for Reduxa's rally, because I saw Mini Reduxa launched his rally, which means he's gonna get on to his min real quick. In the meantime, in the meantime, I can join a rally with my infantry, because I know that my 7th March, my last March, is gonna be full infantry anyways, so I can join them, and it will not affect my 6th March. Okay, I'm still waiting on Reduxas to launch his rally. Okay, so now the thing. Oh, Reduxa launched. I didn't use my preset rider and heal counters, which I'm gonna switch in the next round. Okay, let's talk about why I didn't launch the rally straight away. Because the first rally that got hit the trap is not gonna scroll very high, because the trap has only got 75,000 health, and that's how many points? Not a lot. Usually you get about 6 million, but if you had hit first, you will see something like this. You only get 1 damage mark. So that's something you need to look for. And then after you launch this round, you got to think about your strategy for next round. So based on the knowledge we have, so Reduxa launched Mini Reduxa first, and then launched Reduxa's rally later. For example, you see this 2 minutes 21 seconds, and the difference to 3 minutes 45 seconds, which is Reduxa's main rally. You want to get into that with your preset first March, joining March first, or that's the Sarge March. But where's that Sarge March right now? It's somewhere in, maybe in Big Puppy, maybe in local rally. So you gotta do a bit of a stricter rule. Okay, so now you need to think about which rally I'm gonna give up, and then wait till Reduxas launches his main rally. I feel like Mini Reduxas is a good thing. You gotta do this step by step. You can't just because you want to join Reduxas rally with a first March, but you also don't want to lose the opportunity to join, for example, Big Puppy's rally. So what you do is choose the latest and more bearable, which is this one, Mini Reduxa, and I'll reserve this March. When this March get to the trap and then came back, I will reserve this for Reduxa. And then what do I do with the substitute? I will use this March, Donnie's March. For example, I used infantry. I'll put infantry into Mini Reduxa, and then I'll use I'll use the reserved from Mini Reduxa to join Reduxa's rally. And then what happens to the ones I joined Reduxa? This one is riders and infantry. I can join something like Aminodes, because he launched after Reduxa. You can see the list. He launched after Reduxa, which means I can next round Reduxa is gonna launch first, and then Aminodes is gonna launch second, which I can switch what I did in Reduxa in this round, put it in Aminodes. Okay, so now with that being said, it's also past 5 minutes mark. Marches are launching. You can see some marches are coming to hit the trap first. It's probably Marty's, and by the look of it, this is for Reduxa. And then need to put others in others rally. For example, John Wick is not a good idea to have. Donnie, put this infantry in Donnie. And then where is Reduxus? Reduxus hasn't launched. Okay, so now is a good time to bring back my green force because I've reserved this in this settlement. Bring that back, and then that rally will be ready to Reduxus launches. That's actually my fifth, so I got the numbers wrong. But see, Reduxus launched, and then I can join with my Hunter plus Rider, which is perfect. And then I'll just figure out to join other people's rally with my Rider and Infantry launch, which should have been Amenitas, but Amenitas, you gotta look at behavior as well. He doesn't get on very often, and his rally is a bit off, which something that he can improve on in the future, but I think he is at work during trap time, so that's understandable as well. So yeah, so now I have got all my rallies set correctly. The differences is really not big. For example, this March I got 4.8, which I usually get 6 point something. The reason being I use a lot of Rider and Infantry as well. So I switched this rally, I got 3.8 to this rally, which I should get in the next round a bit more. And then you can see Big Puppy, because I joined the same. So Big Puppy I got 5.7, I got 7.2, 4.8 from local, so that means local is actually below Puppy's trap performance. 5.5 in Honey, so Honey is actually better than local, so in the next round I might join Honey's rally instead of local's rally. Okay, so G asked a question about what's the best hero to lead in trap. For now, until Luca, which is Gen 6 and 7 heroes come out, which is in about another at least half a year. Just use whatever is best, or in stats, you know. Taylor is really good. I don't have Taylor, actually Cruz.
Good boy. Ain't trying that again.
Room for one more.
185. I'm 184, but my other Zoe is 265. That's a 70, 80.
What can I say? I'm a pro.
Difference in attack, which will make a lot of which will make a difference. Okay, so Ducky, thank you for answering this question. So you use whatever is best in Rider plus Hunter, and then you lead with Nanami instead of Ash or Brookie. Okay, so this is the third round. So third round's coming. The thing is, I don't think we need to switch anything yet, except maybe join Honey's rally instead of local. So you see this yellow thing. As soon as you see them, you hit 4 and that's all you do. So that's how you stay on top of your rallies. No. So local I'm not using. So local Marty is a good thing to use. Honey is another one. Other good thing to use. Waiting on puppies. You see, you're making sure at least 3 presetted rally going correctly. The chord is also a good thing, but I don't have marches back. Because they're all marching, Donnie's is marching, so maybe I'll get Donnie's rally when it's getting march back. This is a good use of early wiggle. Once you see troops starting to march back, then you will use Donnie's marching back. You hit, once you see that, you hit early wiggle, bring your troop back quickly, and then you click on the board, If not, then that's something can be improved upon. Alright, let's just stick to what we have. So if you're on those rally, this is not bad. I'll check what I use for. Okay, so Reduxus is marched. So I'm actually waiting for Reduxus rally to launch first. Which, wait a bit. Usually it should launch now. It's online. Okay, red is here. Okay, so this, I just manually drag because this is the 5th. And then I go back to Hanem. Nope, he's using a different or bad heroes. G, from my memories, not good, but normally she's really good. Neela, if she's using the correct hero, looks like she might not be, but it's our better choice for now. Okay, so now you see there's a time difference because people messed up their launched the rallies. That hints the time difference in the thing. You gotta be extra careful when this happens. But in the meantime, we have if you see 1 yellow, orange, and other 6 or 5, depends on your VIP levels, that means you have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to do whatever you want. Normally I go to the showdown because since I'm activated a massive march, I can use that benefit to manage my troops. You can see from previously I only launched 163 and with a 3035, but if I launch now with 179 troops, it get boosted up about 40 or 50 points. It's something, you know. It's small but something. And another thing, you should never launch like this. 30 is not good. Okay, you drag this one down first. If it's 179, it's roughly 180. You times it by 1 point, or divided by 10 and times by 1.5 is about 27. So 27k. That is good. And then you times for hunters, you divide it by 10 and times by 2, which is 36k. Auto 6, 35, 36, that's fine. And then you drag infantry all the way up. That's equals to 65, 15, 20. You hit launch. It won't change your score. It'll still be 30, 90. Because, yeah, the score doesn't calculate your troop formation. But your troop formation does comes effective or affects the result. Alright. Okay, so now we have to just wait another 40 seconds, doing nothing pretty much. Everything is sorted. Now you can see, yeah, so we just basically wait here and doing nothing until this 33 time marks gets down to 0 and start marching back. You see, if you do that correctly, you're always going to stay on top of other people. But if not, then yeah, it's not a huge deal as well. After this round, we can talk about a bit about like do's and don'ts, things that you shouldn't be doing and things that you should be doing. Okay, you see this yellow march? That means your rally is gonna be marching back. As soon as you hit that, see that vanish before and march, go into the resource, and you can just forget about it. You click it back on Alliance Chat. Never use this button on the right hand side. This is a clear view of rallies. See, that's Marty, which is good to join. If you forgot who you joined, you can see your past report, which is Honey, Loco, Honey, Big Happy, and that's it. That's all you need to do. Done. I'm trying to get into a course rally, but it's not allowing me because people actually could make mistakes with launching the rallies, and if for every second they launch, it's gonna push back your ability to join other people's rally. So please be on time with your rally, but if not, it's not a big deal. There's always strategies to come back from that, and also join from, for example, a course rally to the difference between the Smokies rally. It's not gonna be a huge difference. Okay, so now I have. You can see now my troops are coming back. You can see who I joined. Reduxus. So now I see 8.2 million. Compared to previously like 4 point something. John Wick, where's Reduxa? Check Reduxa if Reduxa's online, but just wait a bit. If you're getting really impatient with this, then you should reserve it. But since you don't have the urgent recall, it's a bit hard to reserve, because to reserve, it's a 7 seconds march to the thing. You see. Where's Reduxa's rally? Did I miss it? I don't think I missed it. Okay. I guess I just have to reserve it. Okay. Let's see. G's rally is not. She's not using correct heroes. This is okay. So LJ is okay. Then you bring back your troop, because Reduxa can launch any seconds from now. Or maybe he is thinking 60 million points. That's how many. That equals to how many? Let me see. 60 to convert to points. It's 30 million. 31 million. You check here. Where's 31? 31 is in this rank. 1260, which is not bad. Okay, so now we come to a position where Reduxa hasn't launched, but you are sit here with a march. What do? You can join a relatively good march, not this one. This is okay. Downey is also okay. Just any rally now, because I'll explain in a bit. You will lose this round of rallies to Reduxa, but the thing is, next round, Reduxa's rally is gonna always launch after, for example, Ducky's rally, and then you can switch the march you put in Ducky's rally into Reduxa's rally in the next round, vice versa. Okay, so now we can talk a bit about do's and don'ts. So if you're in ring 1, which is B, Reduxa, Puppy, As, BSM, Marty, Loco, Accord, Smoky, Kara, don't try to join anyone it's in, ring 3 or something, because that's gonna mess up your future marches to go into potential earlier launch ring 1 rallies. If you're in ring 2, don't join someone in ring 4, being considerable to other people as well, because if you mess up your rally, it's gonna affect other people. Okay, so looks like Reduxa hasn't launched. That's okay. Now there's a strategy which we can talk a bit about now, because since Reduxa hasn't launched and it's at 8 minutes mark, he can only launch one more rally. Should we wait to join one of our best march into his? Should we reserve one of the launch first or second, third joining rallies? I'll probably say no, because you're risking to lose another big rally like Puppies, Marty's, and others, locals. Okay, so that's Marty's launch. Second march launched. Local is a good to join, but I think Honey gets from the past report. Honey does tends to get more points. Yep. Most of you probably don't have enough riders and counters to fill probably 4 or 5 rallies. So if you can be on top of your 4 preset rallies, so making sure those rallies goes into a bigger rally leaders rally, then you should be on top of your traps performance. So this is the last round of trap. 7 minutes. So this rally, Ducky's rally, takes 1 minute and 12 seconds to march, and then minus that from this 6 minutes 55 seconds. That means Ducky's has about 30 seconds to launch his rallies after this rally gets marched back. So that means you should try to join Ducky's rally. Trying to join other people's rally from Ducky's rally, from the march taken back from Ducky's rally. Why is that? Because since Ducky's rally is going to launch or march from Ducky's settlements to the trap, and then your march is going to march back from the trap to your settlement rather than from Ducky's settlements, that means your march is going to come back first, or before Ducky's can launch his other rally. That means you can join other people's rally instead. B is also good to join. I'll talk about who is good to join in a second. Okay, there's no better ones. Okay, I'll just use this one. B and G are the same, pretty much. There's maybe 0.2 million points difference, which is nothing. Okay, we can talk about how to identify a good rally to join. You got to keep in mind where everyone is about on the map. So going back to the idea to, if you're on ring 2, you do not join a ring 4, which is, for example, Sophie's rally. Okay, with that keep in mind, you got to click on here, click to see who, what rallies are they launching. Normally, for example, in Tammy's rally, Tammy is sending 128,000 troops, but the battle power is about 21 million. This is just a rough estimation. Let's be clear on this. So a good rally, for example, let's look at Local's rally. Local is sending 170,000 troops, and that comes down to 38 million points. You see, that's 170, but you divide it by 10, so that's 17, and you times that by 2 is 34. That means Local's rally, for each troop, for every 10 troops, it gets 20. It gets 2. How do I explain this? 200 points. Okay. Let me try to explain this better in a second. Okay, 1 second. So now you see no one's launching more rallies. You gotta check if you can join other people's rally with your loss. Okay, so everyone's rally is full. That's okay. Just leave it. Okay. 140, in the end I scored somewhere about 140, 160-ish, but I really need to score over 180 to get to the next reward, which is 90 million to 174 million, because the conversion is 1 to 2. Okay, now we can go back to talking about how to identify a good rally. For example, a chorus rally is really good. So you see that the chord is 33 million, or don't worry about the 33 million, just worry about 33, and then the troop is 152, don't worry about the 152, don't worry about 115. So 33 divided by 15 is about 2 point something. At this stage of the game, if anyone is more than, if that number, that ratio, the multiplier is about 2 or more than 2, it's generally a good rally to join. This is obviously with exceptions. For example, if you see my rally, if I launch a rally, for example here, I'm not getting more points. I'm only getting 47 million because I'm not sending infantry. The way they calculate it is actually including infantry. But if I do send with infantry, for example, let's do that and do that, it's gonna be more than, it was 49 and now it's 54. So now you see the difference. So that's only as estimator. You also have to click on people's to see what people are joining or launching rally with. I'm sorry guys, but this is for education purposes. Okay, I think we have covered pretty much everything that we should have covered. So yeah, good luck everyone with future gaming, and I'll see you guys back